Who's that?
I don't know.
Who's not?
I think it's the workshop.
Oh, it's George. Yeah, George. Yeah, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to film a tour video?
Today?
Sorry, George.
No, we'll do
a tour video. All right, so this is a tour video.
Oh, he's gone. He's
over there. He's got the camera.
Sweet. Hey, George. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Street Race Solutions. What do we call these? Workshop tours?
The tour of the workshop.
Tour of the workshop.
Weekly workshop tours.
Starting at the front of
Weisso's wonderful workshop walk-around. Oi, that's not a bad...
terrible.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And Sam.
And Wham. Weisso and Wham's wonderful workshop walk-ins.
But starting at the front of said workshop, here we got Andy Scott's S13. So Andy's car, we got it all sort of buttoned up. Got it buttoned up enough to get the dog on Friday night. So we took it over to the dyno Friday night and it threw down a few good numbers. So initially we threw it down 788. 788 at around 37 pounder boost. We then brought that boost level back to just a clean 35 pound across the board. So, and then added in the nitrous stage to bring it up on that converter nice and quick. So really good numbers, really nice power under the curve for this car. And being that it is a power glide, it is very quick. So Saturday night, we took it down to roll racing for Andy so that he could chop a few anythings, golfs, falcons,
anything that wanted to have a real go, we just went it, really.
Gave it a real good show. The car performed really well. It did get taken down by 8 My Cash in the eliminations, but that is he's probably got double the power, all-wheel drive, etc, so you know, it did really well.
Considering it's a 90s Datsun, it went pretty hard.
It's just a Datsun with a little 6-cylinder in it, mate.
Yeah, with a little whizzer on it and goes...
Anyway, so yeah, really happy with the car. It's back to us now. We've still got to finish off the few little things to make it nice, make it a nice car to get in and drive.
It's like the top button you've got to do up on a shirt. At
the moment, it's kind of like I don't know, like an unbroken horse. If you're, I don't know. I don't want to make horse references.
A horse of what?
At the moment, it's like a little angry dog. Like, no, at the moment, it's a bit cranky. She's just like, she's cranky. She gets the job done. Make it that nice little sedate puppy. Nah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going, to be honest. The side pipe, yeah. Don't, you filthy dog.
Anyway, we've...
Andy's car's back in. Just got a few little things to button up. Interior pieces, stuff like that. We're in a bit of a rush to get it down to him so that he could race it on Saturday night, which we did. He raced it. He loved it. Did really well. There will be a full build video on this car coming out.
We'll do an individual video about this whole car on its own, so make sure you be there to watch it too.
We've got the boys S14 in here at the moment. Daniel's just finishing up the engine bay smoothing process.
Yes.
And by finishing up, I mean currently in the middle of
the joys of stuff that fabricators enjoy.
What are you doing?
What we've done is we've cut out the original, like where the battery tray used to sit and stuff, and replaced it just with smooth panels. We cut out the towers, as you can see, in the middle of putting in the new panels, just to eliminate all the factory lumps and bumps in the engine bay. It just smooths it out, makes it wonderful. And don't, please, bro.
I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'll hold something.
You can hold my hand.
No, thank you.
You're a dog, eh?
I'll hold the hammer.
You're a dog. Currently in the middle of welding this tower in, and then we're going to grind it back and then put it in primer, and it gets sent off to Chris at the panel beaters to work his magic. And yeah. Stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, cool hammer, bro.
Yeah, cool, dog.
Well, it's on his shirt.
What?
Nothing.
What is it? What is it?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. If you want to come follow us, George.
Corey's car's still...
It's still an R32
well, actually,
Skyline.
No, so what has happened? So Corey, originally this car was going to stay just 25 RB25.
RB25 DET.
Since Corey's decided that he wants to go RB2530. So we did already have this hot side cooler pipe made. And by we, I mean Michael did already have the hot side cooler pipe made. Since he's decided to go to the RB2530, it means you've got that extra 40 mil of deck height on the block, which obviously throws off.
We're from New Zealand, man.
What?
Got 40 mil off a dick height, bro. You know?
Throws everything off for the cooler pipes to line up. So we've thrown in the RB30 dummy block, and then Michael's just modified his cooler pipe to fit that. So that's all back as it was. You wouldn't even know that it's happened, but it has happened.
It did happen. Like, we didn't tell you about it.
I believe Corey's ordered the body kit stuff for this car, so that's all on the way.
Yeah.
Other than that, still waiting on the plasma intake manifold, and then we can make the cold side pipe and then progress from there.
You can kind of see, George, on what we do with the smoothing, right? Normally there's a heap of holes here and there's stuff there and there, and yeah, it's the process of making stuff look good. Anyway, over to Mitchy boy's car. Why do you hate me?
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. All right, Mitchell's car was back on the hoist last week for a bit of work to get done, so we've just thrown in sort of bits and pieces here and there to start putting everything in. So obviously we are going to retain, well, not obviously, I don't know why I say obvious, because it's not obvious at all.
Oi.
We are retaining the AC and the heater in this car, so the
no,
heater...
it is obvious because it's there. Like if you see it, it's like
okay, thank you, thank you.
I'm just helping.
Thank you.
I'm just helping.
I hate you.
I don't know you there. You've really.
Back firewall there,
the last
George. If you see them there, good.
Good. This is the last one. Go.
Are you done? Cool. Making sure. Oh, we got the boost stock AN heater line adapters, so they go into the factory heater core, poke through the firewall, and then you can put on AN lines. So that's what we've done here. Looks very tidy, very sleek, very good.
Elegant,
yeah, very Ellie's Gant.
Yeah, who is Ellie?
Looks a lot better than the crappy rubber hose with like yellowed plastic coming through the firewall. Doesn't look very nice at all. Anyway, moving on from that.
Moving on. Anyway,
retaining the AC. So some of the AC lines. Obviously retaining the AC. We've got the condenser thrown back in. In front of the condenser there, we've got 2 oil coolers. One will be for the engine, one will be for the power glide. So there's a bit going on in this tiny little area. We're going to have sort of intercooler, 2 oil coolers, condenser, and then we're going to have a custom radiator in front of that. So some of the AC lines still fit, some of them don't, so we're going to have to get them custom made.
Well, these motors were just never in this car.
They weren't designed to be in this car, so you can't expect everything to fit, and we didn't.
But we still make it fit.
We'll get some custom AC lines made up, and then it'll be all ready to rumble. Top of that, headlights are in. Brake boosters back in, all the wheels are back on the car, suspension's back in the car. Basically at this point we are just getting sort of a fitting list ready to go to plumb up the whole car. When we've got the car plumbed up, it'll be then sort of time to start looking at getting some wiring done on it. So it probably looks a lot closer than some people would realise. It's sort of the last 10% of a build is what takes up 90% of the time, so.
What?
Yeah, go on.
The last 10% of
a build,
the build takes 90% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. A few more plumbing lines, brake lines, ETC, stuff like that, aircon stuff, and then this car, is pretty much ready to be wired up completely, so. Moving onward. Onward! There's some of the AC lines that don't fit anymore. This one does not fit. That one does not fit. The receiver dryer there does not fit. That's alright.
This torch, nothing to do with it. Oi, George.
This is the
George. This here, right, is what Sam left out on Brian's video.
Well, I didn't make it.
Is a similar catch can such as this one that's provided to us right here, right now, that Michael McMee is currently finished?
Currently finished.
That sounded good.
No, I didn't.
Go on.
Anyway, you want to talk about it?
You just
interrupted and then I thought you were going to say something about it.
I did. I just told him who made it, where it got made, because you forgot about it in the other one. We were running 40.
This here is a similar catch can that Michael's currently finished.
Yes. Noel's
car came back in, so we had it back in. It's pretty much ready to go out now. We just got to put one more sensor into the intake manifold. We're just waiting for an adapter for that to put it in, and then it's going to go back to him. get wired and tuned. So we have got the combination catch can washer bottle over here. This is the same as what's in Brian's car. It's basically identical. The dimensions are slightly different just because of the different
intake.
Yeah, different style manifolds.
We did have to modify the intercooler piping on the cold side to suit the new intake, but it's all done now. We're just waiting for that last sensor. Or fitting adapter.
Adapter, yeah.
Adaption. Yeah.
We'll give him sort of a quick sort of final check over on the hoist, check everything over before he goes back to Noel, check all the oil levels and stuff like that, and all the diffs, and all the bolts are tight, the suspension's not going to fall out, and all that sort of good stuff, and then we'll send it back to him. But other than that, yeah, she's pretty much fully sicked.
Fully sicked.
Lots of spider webs in here. Michael's too busy.
Michael's too busy to talk about what he's up to, so I'm going to give you the rundown what he's up to.
Oh,
right?
pretty
He's
good.
doing a VL over, he's cut all of it out, and now he's putting stuff back.
Yeah, so this is the VL. Michael's currently working on tubbing the rear end. So he's got it all cut out.
Like all
He's got it mostly cut out, and then he's put a lot of bits back in. So
he's done some rust repair down the back here.
Yeah, so basically the idea from here, the stuff at the back, there was a bit of rust, so Michael's done some rust repair patchwork on the back side of here. But on the inside, the idea here is to make it all symmetrical. So when you either A, look under the car, the chassis rails are symmetrical, or B, look in the boot, everything's the same up there. So.
And then once we're going to flat floor this when we're all said and done, so it'll look. We. I'm not going to say you, I am. I'm not going to say you because you don't want to talk about it, so we.
Yeah, so we. That's where the VL's up to. Diff's currently being put together at Gazzards.
Just lay on the diff, and then we can put out, and then we've got the tubs over there. Tub kit, ready to go in. It looks like Sydney Harbour Bridge right now, but it's actually a wheel tub.
It's a wheel tub. There's nothing out there.
We got nothing going on out here. This is just outside.
This is just outside.
Yeah. Anyway, back to it.
Thursday, took G up down to morning session.
Yeah.
Did 8 sets of tyres, 3 bottles of NOS, so went really good. We were playing around with the flat shift side of things a little bit more, trying to get that dialed in. So sort of had pretty good success there, got it a lot closer, and then and by we, I mean Andy threw on the drag radials, took it to Juddy at R&R Tyres and got the drag alignment put in it, and then we took it down to roll racing Saturday night along with Andy Scott's car, and sort of did a few runs down there and got some good data. So pretty successful week for all of the cars. What are you doing?
What are you doing? I was just trying to copy you.
Yeah, pretty successful weekend for all the cars. Andy Scott's car, fully sick, button up a few little things. S14, getting space stuff. Mitchy's car, getting a lot closer. VL. Technically, it's gone backwards because it rolled in here.
Yeah, now it can't roll at all.
Now it can't roll at all.
No, it
does roll. It's on casters.
It can roll.
Anyway, all the stuff's cut out. Michael's done a lot of rust work and a lot of symmetric. This isn't a word, but it should be.
Symmetricized.
That's what I was going to say, like symmetricizing.
If you have a look at the back, that shape is a symmetricism.
Noel's car will be out of the shop this week, so we'll sort of button up the last few things on that, check it out, give it a wash, put it on a tow truck, send it back to Ipswich.
Uru.
And then, yeah, it was pretty much sort of starting to wind down for the end of the year. Get some good progress on some of the cars. We've had a very, very busy couple months, so it'll be good to take a breath, just enjoy the cars that we have for a while, and then get back into it full swing next year. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends.
Tell everyone about it.
Yeah, Facebook gets angry if we post YouTube links. So
make sure you take time to actually jump over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel.
Please.
Subscribe
to our YouTube, subscribe to all our socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, even on TikTok. We're on TikTok. When I first started the TikTok, I was like super excited and made lots of videos, and now it's kind of like a bit bored. So
why?
Well, because George won't do it for me.
George didn't start it.
You're right.
George does all of this.
George does do
stuff.
Yeah, George does the hard stuff.
Yeah, and here you are like TikTok. Yeah, I'm busy.
I'm busy. We can't. If we share YouTube links when we make the post, nobody sees it. Facebook just won't publicise it. So if you're wondering, if you're like, gee, I really wish they'd just put the YouTube link in so I could click it, we'd love to, but then you probably wouldn't see the post.
This is us telling you exactly why we can't just do that. So help me, help you.
Help us, help us.
No, help me, help you, help us, help
George.
George. Whoever's our 1,000
subscriber gets a
1,000th, our 1,000th subscriber gets a 4-pack of Red Bull.
Hey, Root.
Catcher.
George is still filming.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
I'm going.